can the board, and we'll see what we can do. We'll present it to them, take it to them, see if we can get something by it. Solid colored country. I like it. Yeah. It's just I'm with her. We got in a big fight last night. Maria and I did. Just dusted up the floor down there, yelling at each other, and she said some really bad words to me too. She's got a real mouth on her. But all right, sponsorships, and what we're doing, we'll stay with the new business. I've implemented, and I can send this to anybody in email. And this has a lot to do with the board. What we're doing is, what we didn't have in our bylaws was a good description of what the president's supposed to do, the vice president's supposed to do, and board members supposed to do. And it's just, we just never put it in there, okay? We're working on one. We're going to keep tweaking this and get this by. I know I can get this approved like it is, but I think I might want to give it just a little bit longer and let it, we want to look at it and get it by. I don't know. Let's go ahead and bring this thing to floor, and we're adding a description of what a board member is supposed to do, because sometimes you don't know. You come in and you think, well, I just want to be a board member. Well, what are you supposed to do? There's a lot of things. First thing you got to do, you got to help raise money. You know, we got to raise money. That ain't that big a thing to do, but we got to raise a little money sometimes because we got to give money away. So we have to do that. So we need help when we do those things. We need to help us when we're in meetings when you can. And we know some things happen. I've talked to Amy and Kendra both this morning. I know where they're at and what they're doing. Well, I talked to Kendra, but I didn't get a hold of her. But anyway, so what we're doing, we're going to implement this, and I'll have this for anybody, any member that wants it. All you have to do is message me. I'll send this out to you, let you know what we got. That way you know what they're supposed to be. Okay. Really, I think board members will have to vote on this. It won't be general membership. But what it does, it includes a code of conduct too, and that's in everything. But we need a code of conduct. What we implemented on, one thing we did, the board did, we done a, what's it called where we can kick you out? A vote of confidence. We implemented in our bylaws a vote of confidence. If we have a board member that's just aggravating, not doing good, not helping, we can come together as a board and do a vote of confidence and kick you out. Same thing with me. If we come together and you find out that I'm spending all the money going to Myrtle Beach and I'm blowing everything and selling t-shirts on the side at the flea market, you can say, hey, give me a little money or we're going to vote you out. You can vote me out. Okay, you need that, all right? You need that, don't we, Rick? You got to have vote of confidence in. I mean, don't that make sense, Susan? I mean, if you don't have it, you can get saddled with somebody that absolutely just don't have the best motives in mind for the Speed Association. And so we put that in the middle of it. All right. Okay, Rick, what about your show at Cleveland?
It's August 9th. We've added several speed classes. We're going to have $1,000 payback in the championship for speed. We've got large paybacks in the padded championship classes. And like I said, it's August 9th. We're going to try to start that show at 4 o'clock, which means we'll probably start at 5 o'clock. We've got the show sheet already ready. It will be on Facebook on Monday morning.
Okay. Big thing we're trying to do is get some money to get some horses into that too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, want to get some horses in, get them going. Think it'll be pretty good. Money seems to bring them. Okay, all right. All right, before I go into the rest of the new business, any questions? Anything at all about anything? Yeah, you got new hats. Your old ones are not valid anymore. You have to buy the new ones, okay? Yeah, and if you want to win, you have to have a hat. Okay, it has to be. It's just the judges ask me, who has hats, John? I go down the list and mark them off. All right. If you don't have a hat, you're out, man. You're out. No hat. If you wonder why you don't win, you're saying, how come I don't win? Don't got no hat, do they, Maria? Gotta have it. Go.
You're talking about $2,500 in the spring sponsorship. Are you coming back to this again?
No, in the fall.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, are you coming back to it?
Now go ahead.
If you do that, can you not do it like the Speed Association is a gold sponsor? And then you would get parking pass and nightly tickets and the magazine ad. And as a fundraiser, we could do like a Facebook auction for those items if they would allow it. And then we would make money off of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Adding to what she's saying, we could, you know, I do a VIP sponsorship and I get a pack of armbands.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
But
what
I needed another pack of armbands and that's $180. But you can get breeders to hand you a pack of armbands and donate to us and then we can utilize that.
Okay.
Saying in that package.
Okay.
We were put those in.
Yeah.
But if you did the VIP, you would have a speed table, and then even like on Saturday night, if people brought food or something, as a source of, you know, just getting together.
Right.
But I think even because you get the ad and the beat, you could do that on Facebook to make money. You could give armbands away, like people sharing stuff or whatever, from that package for $2,500, and make some of your money back. You may not make it all back,
All right.
but I think you can make. I mean, people would buy raffle tickets to get an ad in the magazine. You know,
Right.
you would have to be on top of that because you have to have that done so far in advance. But people would just the ad. The tickets you could give away, or you know, yeah, or even if you just
Well,
raffle
like you
them.
said, if you share and like this ad, we will get, be in a raffle for free tickets.
Yeah, and even if you, I would break it up, like raffle off the ad, raffle off the tickets, raffle off the parking pass. Because like the parking pass, it's $25, but everybody would raffle or give all of us in here would give $1 to try to win a free parking
Oh
pass.
gosh, yeah.
Okay. Well, the only thing the only thing I run into, okay, is this. You know, if you can help with this and share this and sort of guide us, and I know you got so much other stuff going on too. It's hard, but I mean, it's hard for me to handle that, and handle the other stuff at the same time. But we can. If you give me just like a bullet point and say, hey, let's do this, and
You can schedule those raffles on
Right.
Facebook, and then you just plug in the names with the numbers.
right. And if you give me an idea, and let's go with it, and then we'll talk to her and see what we can get for $2,500.
You
Okay.
can get the VIP is $2,500, right?
Okay. I mean, I'm all for it if it'll help. You know, if we can offset the money, I don't mind. Okay. And all we do, and all I've ever done since I can remember, we do raise money to give back to breeders, to keep breeders afloat and keep it all
I
going.
think, I'm like you on the sponsorship though. I'm very much in favor of sponsoring our own horse because until this association was formed, we had 3 speed exercises.
Right.
And if you can't sort of support
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
why are they interested in trying to support
Right. And then what I try to do too is I try to squeeze as much out of them for as little money as I can give them as possible too.
Oh, I know you.
I mean, you know, I try to do it. I mean, that's just what I want to do. I mean, I try to look at them and say, all right, you know, I know you want 2,500, but can you give me all that for 2,150? You know what I mean? I mean, because it's a membership's money, and I try to watch it just as tight as I can. And if we don't sell some T-shirts and hats, truthfully, in the end, I mean, we're not going to do the ducks tonight because it's hard. We can do them one night. We can get by with it. But it's hard 2 nights people start running when they see you with a duck. Okay? But then, when it comes time to throw the little suckers, everybody's excited. Have you noticed that? They throw them ahead of time at the horses.
That boy that I was going to get to throw mine, he was late to get here to throw it. He said, some cute little girl with it. He said, I was going to go down there and join him.
But see, I mean, everybody's, yes, Jeff.
Question, what's the difference between, Rick said that he could give $1,000 payback on the class, on the championship, and then ours is so low.
We have no control over that. They won't let us have any control over that. Yeah, I've offered before to do some things.
My situation,
Yeah,
it's just like with the ducks. I couldn't sell ducks, so I started handing the kids and writing their names down.
Yeah.
And Campbell, Jamie's granddaughter that won it,
yeah.
I paid for the ducks. And with ducks, so I thought when you got that sponsorship, if that person doesn't come through, I pay for it.
And what we do when we know somebody's got money,
But
like-
you can do that.
yeah,
It's just like in our board meeting just now, we've got a thing if we can get our 501(c)(3).
yeah,
If that happens, the sky's the limit for us selling sponsorships, because I go to people all the time. I had a $10,000 sponsorship that got dropped because we're not a 501(c), which allows that person to write me that check, and then they
Yeah.
can say, I can write it off. Because and that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to, if that happens,
Yeah.
that's gonna help Readers a lot, and a lot of fundraisers, right? And we can actually get federal grant money.
So to answer your question,
This thing grows.
answer your question, that they won't let us, because I tried some things. Okay, I want to do neck ribbons for our horses. I want to do roses just for the speed horses, and they said somebody else will get mad if you do that. I said, well, let them pay for it.
And
But
we will have roses in every class
Yeah.
at the amateur show.
But the roses and neck ribbons are nice.
yeah, but see, they won't.
$1,000 is real
They
nice,
won't.
too.
But what happens is they won't let me. They won't let us. They. I know. I swear to goodness, a non-spotted speed class. Maybe all country horses should have been not spotted. But anyway, what I'm saying, they won't let us have control over the money like that. We can't earmark money for a class. We have to give them the money and let them spread it out and do that.
But all
Is that right?
aside,
Have you been able to do that?
I don't know, I've never went to them and said, hey, can the speed association give you $500 or $1,000 for this class?
I mean, if we could, when I've tried, when I tried to do even little stuff for the speed horses, they said we can't let you do that because other people will be upset. Maybe the amateur association will be upset because we're already on the edge, okay, of them looking at the speed horses and think we're taking over. Okay, and we are trying to take over.
Well, I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
they-
I'm sorry, but when you go to the fall celebration.
Right.
And you look at those championship classes, how many speed horses were in the championship
See,
class?
yeah, see,
Versus the other.
See,
classes?
and-
Like,
and
They
that-
did differently, they did differently in the final
And
stage.
you look at the
Uh-huh.
Make more
padded
money.
the padded horse,
Yeah.
you might be able to finish sixth, but you still got your entry fee
Right.
plus some back, and it's not that for the speed horse.
well, let's work that out. All right, I'll go down the line with them on it, okay?
Because, I mean, they're
Yeah,
all paying the same
right.
price for some of these state classes.
I'll go down the line on it, and we'll just find out exactly what the payout is, and we'll go down the line with them on it, okay? And I'll say, all right, what are we doing? Let me follow up on them, okay? And I'll do it.
Because it's pretty easy to do the math and calculations off of that the fall
Yeah,
final class.
we're making the money, okay? In the end, we're filling the class,
Just like that country speed year before,
right?
33 entries,
Right.
and they had to split it swap. They have two workouts, just to
Right.
get the top 10 in there to divide it out. But
Yeah.
that should speak volumes to them.
You're right, and it does. Believe me, I'm telling you, when we go in there,
Now they're very receptive.
we are absolutely.
Or whatever. Before it was a
It was, but what it is now, they're extremely. They want all you guys happy, and they want it all to work, and they know that we are volatile too, and we're emotional about the thing, and that's good. But this is one thing I've done this past year at the fall show, and I went to them and said, I want to work out in the state class. If it's 5 horses or 10, I want to work out. Okay, and I faced a little bit of, I said, no, I want to work out because the people love it, okay? Draws attention to us. And I want to work, when they say, all right, we're going to put everybody back on the rail, man, you know what I mean? I say, all right, and then everybody feels like they got a second chance if they broke too. But I mean, it gives you a good thing. I've got another thing I'm trying, but I know I'm not going to get this by because I'd have to change the rule book completely. And I know because our horses are a little high-spirited, I'm just going to say what I'd like, okay? I'd love to see them strip our stake horses. Okay, see, I know that, all right? I know people say, oh, no, you got no idea the amount of jump a rail. Okay, I know. Okay, see? Well, we'll bring a little stool out there.
Well, my stake horse looks like a block.
I like to see them strip them down, lay your saddle back on the towel, somebody standing there looking nice, got the horse out and the whip out, and they come through and judge you for confirmation, short horses or not. I'd like to see them do that, okay? Now, will I get it done? I don't have much hope because they have to do a major change in the rule book to do it.
That's when we face adversity.
yeah.
Or even getting our classes at it.
But I'm-
We made a rule book change. We really had all about.
So I would like to see it, but I wouldn't do it unless everybody said okay. And I know it would be hard because our horses are different. They're hotter, and I understand that. But man, wouldn't it add so much class? And that's what I'm trying to do all the time. I'm trying to add more prestige, more class, and bring more respect to these speed horses.
How about adding, when we, after you strip them, gotta ride them bareback the next day?
Girls could do that.
That'd be
They got loose and started running.
that'd be a fundraiser. Now, remember we used to do that fun show during the day. Remember we used to do that fun show during the day, and we done that. I think can't remember if it was the Amateur Association. You'd have to go down. We'd have the horses come out during the day. You could enter your horse, and you went down. You tore out a page out of a phone book, and you do all that stuff. And I had a good trail mare, but I had gave her a little shot, to keep her calm. And it was a little more of a shot than what I thought I had. And I'd ride her down there, and she'd just drop her head. Janice kept waiting on me to get throwed. And but you could do anything. Yeah, I hit her with a broom, throw the balloon. She just look at you. It was a little heavy on that. But and then I tore the page out of the phone book. The catalog, and I couldn't see good enough to read the number. And it was a terrible day. It was blind. I was blind. All right, good idea on the money. Okay, we'll follow up.
Some of us that go to like London, Kentucky's going to have a pretty nice show on May the 10th. I would be willing to take a few T-shirts and be responsible for the selling of them or
Right.
and applications for the memberships and stuff like that. I wouldn't care to do it at some of my nicer shows.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. Okay.
Set up a little table. I make a homemade banner. Or
She's
something.
talking about that some of the if we could get, she's talking about going like to London and she took some T-shirts and hats to London, and we got
A bunch of applications.
and applications and stuff like that.
I wouldn't care to do it.
That would be great. All we got to do is figure out how to get them to you and get them restaurant, because we don't do anything with them till fall.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we could do it.
Well,
We-
if somebody could meet me at halfway for dinner or something like
Yeah. We could charge that off.
Yeah.
You want somewhere good though, not like McDonald's.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, now we're getting picky. Ain't it $5? The biggie bag. All right. Okay. All right. Anything else? Maria's caused a stir with the spotted horses and wanting the money. Susan's griping about the money.
No, I'm just grabbing. I'm just thinking. I'm just looking
You're,
at it.
I'm sorry. You're
Grabbing, it's just making a.
listen. Gripe if you want to. I like it. It don't hurt nothing. All right.
I'm sure, I'll say it. Somebody else might be thinking it.
That's exactly. Who said that last? No, it was you said that about thinking some things last night, and not saying them out. Okay, all right.
I said some people just need to think it. So good, I'll say it that way. They think before they.
All right. All right. Anything else? Pretty good? Okay, now, here's the deal I want to bring to the floor. All right? Mark Smith has went over on the, on the Rocky Mountain horses. He's gone over on that board. So he had to resign as vice president, okay? What I want to do is, Maria is a board member, but I want to remove her from the board and make her vice president. So I'd like to nominate her as vice president. Everybody here members? If you're not, you will be before you leave, right? Okay. All right. So everybody, all right, this is what I'd like to do. I'd like to do that and nominate her. Now, vice president is the same thing as what I do, but they're there if I fall dead or incapacitated, go to jail, anything. They're there for that. All right, and to step in and she's not like me. She's real quiet. She don't say a lot. She's real peaceful, but anyway, she'll make y'all watch out for me, make sure I stay alive, right? Yeah. So anyway, what I'd like to do is nominate her. I'd like to bring a motion to the floor that we now I have to pull a vice president. It has to come from the board. That's the way it's set up. They have to be a board member before they can become vice president. That way we don't pull in somebody that don't know nothing about anything. Okay? So I want to make a motion that we bring Maria in as vice president. I'm making a motion. I need a second. Second. All in favor? Anybody don't like Maria? Huh. It's like the way I worded that. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Now, when I got voted in as president,
Oh, no.
Sue didn't vote for me.
Well, you did not tell me you was running. I was committed to this child.
And I've not forgot it. Okay, I've got it on my
Somebody
notes.
somebody needs to let somebody in on what's up.
That's,
Stressful meeting. We were
that's,
Yeah.
that's the only person I'm holding a grudge against.
You pulled that out of left field because I even asked you that day.
I thought you were joking. But anyway, they pulled out left field on me too. But anyway, what? Oh, we did. Everybody voted. All in favor. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor,
We got off
agree.
on the other subject real quick.
Okay, now, what I like to do, all right, the thing about being a board member, okay, being a board member, you have to be a member for 2 years of the Speed Association, at least 2 years. That's a big thing you have to do. You have to be, so I got to make sure that's why you keep your membership up. So what I have to do we're replacing, well, we're not, I'm not saying we're, what?
We only had 12 members.
Yeah, see, we only got 12 members that are on the books right now. Okay, we had 75.
For people, I need to get
Okay,
this
so
done.
we got to have them. We got to have membership on there because I've not told them we only have 12 members. Okay, we had 75, but we had controversy, and so that increases membership. Okay.
No, when I brought the membership over.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, and I expect it any day when you get mad at me. But
Hey, Chantal,
At the 23 meeting, we had a whole page and a quarter.
Right.
Now we've just got
yeah, now because what happens is people don't think about being members. Okay, and so you got to be a member. We got to have you in as a member. The money ain't biggest thing is we got your name. Okay, and I like to say go to them and talk about it, and it helps us a lot. All right, now we'll have one board seat that Amy will be finishing up her term at the fall meeting. Okay, and
Now, if you want controversy, we need to keep Amy on.
well, and we didn't tell her we was having the show.
So are we going to vote someone in today?
All right.
Can you read the list of who's even eligible?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody here, I think, let's see, all right, eligible.
To be nominated.
Yeah, eligible. Cody. Thanks. Have you been 2 years? Have you been a member for 2 years too? Okay. Spotted horses are out.
I think he came, remember last year when we had
Spotted horses on the bad list. All right. You know, we're a little limited. Okay. You're on Asha's board, right? Okay.
I haven't been a member.
Yeah. Just 1 year, I believe. I don't.
Yeah, we've just been a
Yeah, I'll nominate Chris.
Well, the deal with Kristen is she's knocked up.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I was
hold that against
I know it. Okay. All right. You've been in trouble since you've been here. No, just kidding. I'm sorry. All right. I mean, you know, if you feel comfortable, Kristen. Okay. Now, well, I mean, it's not me saying if you feel comfortable. If somebody's nominating somebody, then you're nominating somebody. Okay. It's not me. I apologize for that. I didn't want to sound like Josh. No offense. Nominate Jane Beach. Nominate. Who did you nominate?
We got 2 seats, don't we?
Well, no, not till fall.
oh,
We only
okay.
have one. We only have one right now. Okay? All right. So we got James and Kristen nominated. Anybody else? Anybody else got in mind? All right. I need James to shut his eyes and Kristen to shut her eyes so we can vote.
Are you worried we're gonna?
I don't want you taken out like I am on her. Okay? I don't want you to feel like I feel. I want you, and I don't know if you're a better person than I am, but I don't believe you are. But I don't want you holding against it. All right. All in favor of Kristen, raise your hand. All right. Somebody count real fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Okay. All right. James' eyes shut. Everybody's eyes shut again. Everybody, James. Okay. Man, this is about even. All right. Okay, James, you're out. The pregnant lady's in.
I had to do something to make him feel sorry.
Well, you know, I think Kristen will do a good job. James has done a good job. But, you know,
just a lot prettier.
yeah.
Nation.
I know one day when I see Maria walk in with all them people behind her, I've had to lick. All right. Because I'm keeping all the money if I'm voted out. I say, no, we didn't have any money.
And then,
I don't know what happened.
we were at one of the meetings and you had to have your sister baby because she was so fussy on you.
That'll be for, I think that's a 4-year term.
Oh, good.
4-year term. Okay? Your baby be in school.
I was on that vice president, is that 4 years too?
Well, them drop like flies. Vice presidents just fly by. She's been in every office since she's been here.
John said he's moved her from second.
I just swap her around. I say, all right, this is what you. It's what,
There's an old saying, you ride a good horse to death.
she'll make it.
I told him yesterday, I said, I thought it could be fine with
She's got too many reliable hands.
Pass this back to her. This tells you what you're responsible for now.
With a nose
Now,
going-
we-
would've been nice to
Now
have
that I'm
it
vice
in
president, we're gonna have scheduled calls on the
Oh,
calendar.
okay, you schedule them.
Okay.
I like that. See, I like that takeover spirit.
Yeah, because I don't like the chaos of random messages.
I know we have. Listen, I'm bad about this, okay? And Janice stays on me a lot. That we do most of our board meetings by Zoom, or by Facebook Live. We do them like that, okay? Because that way we get everybody together. If it's late at night, 8 o'clock at night, we hit them like that. But people that are busy, it is hard, but we're flexible. So you work on schedules. What we do, we try to have our other financial meeting before we ever have this, so we can go through stuff. And that don't mean the finances that we're trying to keep from anybody. We have 300,000. No, that's the wrong thing, ain't it? We try to keep enough. We keep money in a checkings and money in the savings, because what happened is we had our checkings account hit before twice. Somebody whitewashed our checks. A check we wrote, whitewashed it, and then another time somebody just made a check, and the bank hit the bank, but we got all our money back. But they just made a check, man.
Where did it come from?
The one we wrote for when we got some auction things, and somebody got the check in between, and they just changed the name on it, whitewashed it and changed the name,
That's crazy.
and it hit the bank. Then another one hit the bank that was for like $3,000. That was like 1,000 more numbers than what we had even on our checks we had. Yes, ma'am.
They will allow you to add extra prices.
Okay.
Because I 1 year for the juvenile stake, I sponsored a lifetime membership for a child.
Okay.
So they will allow
All
you
right.
to do something like that.
Well, let's do
It
it.
may not just be outright money, but
Do some kind of incentive. I
student
did
class.
that.
Yeah, so at least for the kids class,
Yeah,
they're like,
I did that.
even
No,
if
I
the
didn't
Speed
do it.
Association gave the kids a $500 scholarship or something, like
Yeah.
in Germantown, they give them,
You want me to sit in your seat?
in the kid class, they get a $1,000 scholarship, and when they're ready for college, whatever they're doing, they give
Right.
it to them.
Well, I think that's not as big a thing as what Jeff's talking about. It's the actual prize money.
The prize money.
Like if he's talking about upping the prize money
Yeah.
in a non-country speed sorrel class.
Well, then, if they don't allow the money, you can do other things like that. And a lifetime membership for a child that is 10 years old is
Okay.
equal in value to $1,000.
Okay.
Like in the long run.
Yeah. All right. I like it. I'm all for it. If you got an idea on it, I don't care. We can take a look at it. I know if we give some more money, we can have more horses. Okay. People like that in the end. That always draws the people. Okay. If we give a little more money, it makes them feel good. Some people here just for the money.
I don't remember what we were, I had a saddle donated, so, Bearford donated a saddle, so I don't even remember what year that was, but that Speedway was for the saddle too.
Yeah. And we could look at something like that. All right, now listen. Be sure and do this. If you're on the Facebook, if you're on Facebook on the Speed Association site, you get an idea, message me. Okay? Message me. We communicate the board and I do constantly. Backwards and forwards. We talk all the time, backwards and forwards, back and forward. We do that all the time. Okay? And if you got an idea, want to bring something forward, we'll take it and take a look at it. But I got to know. But if you bring me an idea, a lot of times I'll say, all right, will you help me do that? help us do it. So if you make sure in your ideas have a little bit of help in there with it. All right.
I think one thing, no matter what we do, putting it out there early and advertising.
Right.
Because like some of the local shows at home, they'll have guaranteed money in the class.
Right.
But don't put the show program out until 2 days before the show. People done made plans to go
Right.
other places. You've lost your
Yeah.
incentive of doing it. Put it out there ahead of time.
Right.
To make plans to go get there. To try to go get there. That advertising.
In the open class, can you imagine in the fall? And I'm just talking numbers. I mean, if we gave $1,500, $2,000.
Oh, Lord, you'd have it split.
Might be an old boy.
I mean, couldn't you imagine? I mean, now the people they get emotional the more money you give. I know I've been in some classes like that and seen them, but I mean, can you imagine the horses that we could bring in? And it would be a bold thing for us to do. Okay, and say we done a membership only. You had to be a member, and we gave $1,500, $2,000. I mean, we could have it'd be a, but honestly, if we done something like that in country, non-spotted, and if we done something like I'm just abusing you because I like you, but I mean, you're talking about bringing them back out. But the big thing we've done now on our country speed horses is, I know we've diluted them a little bit because we're spreading them out, okay, and that's okay. It still's good. I mean, that's why we don't have 28 in the class.
And it's spring too.
Yeah. Oh, spring's always weak. It's always. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we've done well. Done well. All right, everybody okay? Kristen is in charge. Chrissy's in charge of all committees now, fundraisers, decorations, T-shirts, hats.
So
I think-
are we gonna add or take any classes in the fall, or is that a later thing?
It's a later thing, and all we got to do is go back over that schedule. What do you think we need to do?
12 and under stake.
12 and under stake.
I mean, I'll fund it.
Let's hit. Who do we need to hit on that? Who do
I
we
can hit them.
hit them? And let's just pick when we want to do that.
I'm just making sure they don't ruffle anybody's feathers.
Well, no, 12 and under stake. That'll be
Getting a 12 and under.
I think it's wonderful to separate the children.
okay.
And I think
All right.
you do it. I think you do a 12 and under stake and a 13 and 14 stake.
Yeah.
So the other night, whenever
Yeah.
she fell,
But when there's
there's
no,
so many other kids that can qualify for keg and
Right.
open and flash on and then
Yeah.
you can have so many kids in there and there's littles in there. And
Yeah.
it can be dangerous.
It really
Good
can.
to get this stuff
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Two classes.
Yeah. Having a stake for that. All right.
always do the fun class.
Okay. Let's.
Do a bigger class to get the thing.
All right. So we want a 12 and under
Stake.
stake. Okay. All right. And I'll hit somebody tonight too, and if you'll hit them, Maria, because they listen to you a lot too.
Well, my one for that, I can't hit it.
Okay.
Getting a sponsor.
All right. Okay.
Talk to Greg, he'll do it.
All right. We'll get him. All right. Anything else, Rick? Anything?
The sky's the limit. You could do an old timers class too.
Yeah.
Did that on the amateur.
We need to do some kind of fun class that
That's
invites
what I'm talking
the,
about, but you bring back in people and when that happens, when you do that, it brings in their families too.
Right.
You never know.
We have
It's like we talked about the board meeting here, there's no telling what you could get out of that.
Yeah.
we need something that nobody would do it. I don't know my horse for it to done, but could you imagine drawing somebody having a chance from the audience to come in and show your horse?
We have
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Got both.
Cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Excitement.
We'll
12 and under state. But we have 10 people from
If-
the family here. Just,
if we can get to 12 and
that's 10 more.
I think right now let's get 12 and under stake cleared. Okay, 12 and under stake and see and I think I'm very confident we can. And we'll hit them, and we'll hit Marissa, and we'll hit Greg. We'll talk to them all before we leave and see what we can do on it. And we'll go with the 12 and under stake. Will be good. Okay. All right. Will that work? It's a good deal. All right. Bow your heads with me, if you will. God, thank you, Lord, for the decisions and how you give us a heart, Lord, to have fun with these horses and do what we do. And knowing, Lord, that we're just in that ring 7 minutes, but we got the rest of the fellowship outside the ring. And I pray, Lord, you help us, Lord, to be friends and help and encourage each other. and just not get mad too. I give you the glory, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Non-spotted. I like it. I like it.
That got me, Bubba.
Maria and I were fighting about that last night. She
I'm
won't.
a spotted horse. I'll put it.
See, there you go. Oh, yeah, everything. Versatile.
I gotta get my RHBA numbers out of my little booklet that has all the other important papers.
You can send that to us if you want to. That ain't no trouble.
That's fine, you can just message
There you
it to
go.
me, but
I got.
if you have a 20, do I have a 20?
I have an application for you. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's all.
It's probably in there somewhere.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate you, buddy.
How many you have explained? I'm gonna go down there and get my barn. I got about 5 down there.
Okay, I've got a bunch.
What do we have now? Don't we have a?
They don't know.
Oh,
About 5.
If I could try to get my trainer's class, I got set out for 30 years.
How many?
it's not a. No, that class is not.
That's 3.
No,